record. Hey everyone, I'm Zachary Corvus, and here with me is a friend and classmate.
Hi, I'm Cheyenne. Welcome to our podcast on the Hot Wing King at New Conservatory Theater Center in San Francisco.
It's written by Katori Hall, directed by Sanjay, and we went there and saw it on September 25th. The setting of the play took place in Memphis. Our main character is Cordell. He is laser focused on winning a city chicken wing competition. But his kitchen is also a pressure cooker for his relationship with Dwayne, his boyfriend, especially when Dwayne's nephew, EJ, needs a place to stay. What about the rest of the cast, Cheyenne?
Yeah, so surrounding them are Big Charles and Issam, who are friends and helpers and comic truth tellers, and TJ, EJ's father, whose street tough version of manhood clashes with the safer home EJ is trying to choose. Wings bind them, and love and guilt test them. But what was your favorite character?
My favorite character was hands down EJ. I connected with him because my family had it rough too. I lost my dad when I was pretty young, and it really hurt, just like how he did with his mom. Like EJ leaning on Uncle Dwayne, I've had family step in when it really, really mattered. The moment that hit me hardest is when EJ quietly leaves after the big fight, protecting Dwayne and Cordell's relationship, even though he needs a roof to sleep under. That choice felt the most adult on stage. What about you, though? What do you think?
Yeah, so what grabbed me was the core conflict. On the surface, it's about winning a wing contest, and underneath, it's about what family truly means. And EJ, he's pulled between TJ's harsh lessons and the stability he finds with Dwayne and Cordell. That push pull, blood family versus chosen family, really gave the story its emotional weight.
But not just those characters though. I have to give a real quick shout out to Big Charles and Issam though. Issam's playful energy was hilarious and added to the comedy, but it stings that he couldn't get his love that he wanted from Big Charles. And Big Charles, steady, meticulous, and always about those wings, and was really lazy when he had the game on, if you know what I mean. They're both comedy and caution. Their love languages, sadly, don't really mix, though. But for me, though, I personally felt EJ's arc. When you lose a parent, you measure adults by who shows up. Seeing TJ pull a gun, although unloaded, but still adds to the frame of the EJ's idea of what manhood could be. For me, manhood is creating safety, not projecting a threat onto someone. His choice to pursue college and a safer home rang really true to myself. What about you, though?
So, not many people know this about me, but I grew up in a rough environment as well. Like EJ, I often felt torn between what I was born into and the stability I wanted elsewhere. And just watching that dynamic on stage reminded me that family isn't only blood, it's the people who step in and really support you. But if we dive a little bit deeper, the one thing that frustrated me was TJ's inconsistency. He reaches toward EJ and then lashes out or disappears. It was very unsettling, but maybe that's the point. Some parents are loving and unsafe at the same time. And the production just let me sit in that confusion.
I totally agree with you, though. TJ did kind of confuse me, but I don't know. My discomfort really spiked when the gun was mentioned, though. Even though it wasn't loaded, it jolted me and clarified the massive stakes that this could have on EJ's life. It turns EJ's choice to be like a college student and wanting to better himself into a statement that being a man isn't just dominion and threatening people. It's a responsibility that you have to take on yourself. That scene makes his later decisions land with more weight. But what have you learned during this, though, Cheyenne?
So, something that you helped me see about EJ is that he isn't just a kid who needs saving. He's the moral center. And when he leaves after the fight, it isn't retreat, it's boundary setting. So he refuses to be the fuse for Cordell and Dwayne's conflict. And when he comes back with a plan, going to school, stability, living with Dwayne, that's agency, not dependency.
Something that you really helped me, though, was to see EJ in a different light, a different model of masculinity. He asks for help and de-escalates situations and chooses safety over swagger. That doesn't make him weak, it makes him brave. He rejects TJ's street code that he's been taught all his life and Cordell's control and carves out something new. He is care and accountability.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. But I wanted to ask, when do you think EJ stops reacting and starts leading?
I think the pivotal moment for him is actually the gun moment. He names safety as something that's not negotiable for him, and he sets that term for his own future that he wants. From that point, the adults around him are adjusting for him. But what do you think, Cheyenne? Do you think he should keep his relationship with TJ?
I would say only with guardrails, contact that's contingent on safety and respect. And EJ, he can honor the bond without absorbing the harm. It's just that TJ lives differently from what EJ ultimately wants overall.
Yeah, I totally get that. TJ, his thing is he likes the streets and he's really good at it too. But I do think though that the distance does bring love too, though. Space really does heal a lot of wounds. Um, and he can really do that by being and living with Dwayne and Cordell. But do you got any final thoughts before we wrap this all up?
Yeah, so my final thought would be just the show really proves that chosen family isn't soft, it's daily work. But what about you?
Yeah, I would say that I agree. And sometimes the bravest move is choosing safety and tenderness over the codes that TJ so wanted him to inherit. But everyone, thanks for listening. And also, thanks, Cheyenne, for doing this podcast with me.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, Zach. And I hope everyone had a good time and you all need to go see The Hot Wing King.